So anyways, I'm touched by this, this event that I'm witnessing right now. So when I pull up, there's a little tip jar on the left. I drop some dollars in there. Y'all gonna say I'm tricking. Y'all gonna say, oh, he tricking, y'all. He one of those. He one of them pick-me's, you know. I ain't gonna lie, I might be a little bit of a trick, but only for a woman that I love. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like giving a woman you love some money, man. Don't let that shit go over y'all head. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This touched my heart so much because these girls could be on OnlyFans, y'all. OnlyFans. Hey, yo, Simo. You're YouTube. I'm back in this bitch, man.
I said, bitch. Then I laid it out.
But you said bitch, though. You said bitch.
Yeah.
You gotta see the fireplace downstairs in the living room.
One time for the kid. This YouTube video number 3. I ain't quit yet. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie, that's what the video's about, low key. Work ethic. Let's talk about it, man, because I know there is plenty of people that will tell you that it's not your fault, the economy is broken, the inflation, the prices of everything, is opportunities are not very good right now. And I'm not gonna lie, you can find an excuse for anything and everything you wanna do in life. And I'm gonna just be honest, your work ethic is what's keeping you broke. Believe it or not. I know there are circumstances, there are nuances to everybody's personal situation, and I'm empathetic to that, but let's keep it a beam. If you're a working, able-bodied person and you're not doing what you want to do in life, unfortunately, I feel like the problem might be you. But let's get into it. Quick, before we even talk about the topic, let's do a little story time so I could get y'all in the right frame of mind, you feel me? So the other day, I got off work. It's kind of like my normal routine now at this point. I get off work, I go get my car washed, I come back to the crib, and I start, running my other business. But let's focus on the car wash for the day, right? Normal, everything's cool. I pull through the little arm, and I'm going to pull up to, the spot where they direct you into, the track so that you can, move through the machine. When I pulled up, do y'all know, to my pleasant surprise, there's 2 individuals, 2 women, I must say, 2 girly pops washing cars. Normally the crew is either 2 guys or 1 girl, 1 guy. But this time it's 2 girly pops, y'all. I said, would you look at this? So anyways, I'm touched by this, this event that I'm witnessing right now. So when I pull up, there's a little tip jar on the left. I drop some dollars in there. Y'all gonna say I'm tricking. Y'all gonna say, oh, he tricking, y'all. He one of those. He one of them pick-me's, I ain't gonna lie, I might be a little bit of a trick, but only for a woman that I love. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like giving a woman you love some money, man. Don't let that shit go over y'all head. But anyways, back to what I was saying. This touched my heart so much because these girls could be on OnlyFans, y'all. OnlyFans. These girls turning 18 and they running up they bucks on the social sites. They said pimping ain't dead, it just moved to the internet. It just moved to the net. I'm running up checks like Nike, I just do it, but I'm on the net with it. And I'm thinking, these girls could be doing anything right now, but they out here in this hot ass sun washing cars. Now, I don't know nothing about their personal life, you know what I'm saying? They could clock out their 9 to 5 and go post up on on OF, you know, by night. I don't know. That ain't none of my business. All I'm saying is what I seen, what I witnessed. Come on, man. The humility is admirable. And I feel like that's what so many people are missing these days. People have lost their humility. People have lost their dignity and their pride in some regards. But the fact of the matter is, there are so many people who want to take the easy route these days. They want to take the shortcut. They said, why would I go out and work, you know, a job that requires labor and effort and hours of my time when I could just do something that's easy? I could scam. I could post on OnlyFans. I could sell drugs. Could do a whole bunch of things, right? I'm not here to knock nobody's hustle. I'm the first one that'll tell you, get it how you live, playboy. But if you're doing something that ain't aligned, I'm gonna just tell you, I'm gonna hit the road, Jack. I don't like to get my hands or my nose dirty, if you know what I mean. Slide. But nah, I just want to say that, in my opinion, and I've been here plenty of times in my own personal life, a shortcut is exactly what it sounds like. It might put you ahead in the short term. You might even, you know, catch a good little wave off of it. But I'm telling you, that shortcut gonna come back to bite your ass in a second. It's only a matter of time. So in this life, you gotta ask yourself, who am I not to grind? Have you ever asked yourself that? Our ancestors, I shouldn't say ours, but yours, the people who came before you, the people who will come after you, they had to endure things just as bad, if not worse, than what we're dealing with right now. And you can say things are different. Yeah, absolutely, things are different. The world is a completely different place, right? But I'm talking about over hundreds and thousands of years. Your bloodline has survived. Your bloodline has thrived. Your bloodline has amounted to what it is right now. And you want to get to this point, you want to throw in the towel? Like, I get it, you know, quiet quitting and everybody's giving up on this and hustle culture is dead and all this other stuff, right? You can do that. But the fact of the matter is, the only person who is truly sacrificing a higher quality of life is you. And so I'm sure there's going to be, you know, policy and things that change going forward with, legislation and whatever happens in our government, there's going to be some changes for sure. You can see how things are unfolding in New York City with a different type of person at the helm, right? So you got to know politics is a pendulum. Things are going to swing left and right. So, and I don't want to get too much into that, but all I'm saying is these circumstances, all of these things that you keep looking at as things that are impeding you, roadblocks, what's your work ethic like? Hustle culture is dead. Ain't nobody on here telling you to grind, right? I mean, they still are. They're still out there. Maybe they're not as loud these days because everybody else is speaking up as well. I'm not telling you that grinding and working hard every day is the end all be all, but if you want to do it of anything of substance, if you want to produce anything of value, if you want to change your family's legacy, you have to put some work in. Shit don't just fall out of trees. And you got to ask yourself a question. Besides, who am I not to grind? How long are you willing to put in some work before you see results? Because it might be a while. It might be some weeks. It might be some months. It might be some years. How long are you willing to wait for your work to pay? Because I tell you what, I've accomplished many things of value in my life. Things that, again, like I said, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but things that a lot of people can't say that they've done. And I promise you, speaking from experience, the work always pays. And it doesn't matter if it pays right away, because you have to know that God's timing is perfect. But what I'm trying to tell you is you're gonna have to put in some work. You're gonna have to be patient with the process. You're gonna have to do things that make you uncomfortable. You're gonna have to lose some sleep. You might have to put blood, sweat, and tears into what you're doing, depending on what it is. But you gotta love this shit, man. Fuck a streamer university is. I love this shit university. And who is God? God is love, right? God is a creator. And if we're made in God's image, it sounds like to me we were made to create. So if you're not creating something, if you're not building something, if you're just floating through life, waiting for God's blessings to fall in your lap, I have to ask, why? What are you doing? What are you waiting for? I said this in my last video, or my first video. There's literally nothing else to do. Who are you waiting for? God's waiting on you. I can't remember what Bible verse this is, but faith without works is dead. And I'm gonna say this before I end the video. Another quick little story time. When I was growing up in church and I was young, I always used to look around at, all of the people who were there, who were occupying the congregation, and I always used to wonder, like, man, all of these people, they're so, adamant about their faith and the way that they praise God, and I look around and I see nothing but struggle and strife. Why is that? There should be no way that these people are honoring God and praising God on Sundays, but yet they're living a life that doesn't reflect that. Me personally, I feel like if you believe in God and you move with God, your life will be abundant. Above all that you could ever ask or think. That I look around and I say, why are these people living like anything less than God's children? And it finally hit me one day. These people are praying fervently to God, but they don't want to take the steps that they need to take in order for God to work. God gonna meet you halfway, but you got to take the step too. Faith without works is dead. So you better put some work in. It's my third YouTube video. And I ain't gonna lie, I was BSing. Trying to get this video out. Making excuses about production quality and lighting and all this other shit, right? I wanna do this. Why am I getting in my own way? You should ask yourself the same thing. And lastly, but not least, if you fucking with the kid, man, hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, because I'm coming from way out in left field, but I'm going to bring it home every time. That's it, man. Y'all be good, YouTube. Until next time.